Hi, everybody. Welcome back. Nice to see you today. So I promised everybody that I would give a few tips for Valentine's Day. This is how I feel about roses. Now, I love flowers. I have flowers in my gardens that I cut in the summertime. Sometimes I go to the store and I'll pick myself up a bunch of flowers and put them in a vase just to make myself feel good. My husband around Valentine's Day usually gets me roses. But the way I look at it is get me a rose plant. Get me a rose bush that I can plant in the spring. Because once they're gone, they're gone. And once the chocolates are eaten, they're on my hips and they're gone. So I made a list of a couple of tips. Sometimes it's nice to be surprised. Don't get me wrong. But sometimes we have to put a little bzz in their ear in such a way like, oh, I would really love something like this for Valentine's Day. Honey, I don't know what you're planning on getting me for Valentine's Day. You get me flowers every year, but I have an idea. Why don't you get me a Sephora gift card or an Ulta gift card? Or why don't you give me a card with some money in it so I can order my favorite perfume? Or I'd like to just go out to dinner. That's it. Someplace, we haven't been before. How about a card with gift card to that place that can be used so you know that it's been thought about. The gift card to go out to dinner to this place is there and it's not going to be forgotten about. Oh, if you like to get your nails done, have your significant other go into a nail parlor or a nail salon and get you a gift certificate, a gift card to your favorite store. How about a day of no interruptions to do whatever you want, go wherever you want, go somewhere with a friend, take a day trip. You're going to leave and you're going to come home when you feel like it and no stress. How about something like that? That's probably something that you need. How about a trip to the spa? How about a $100 gift card to go get a facial? How about a place for you two to go together to just have some fun? Like, Valentine's Day is on this day, but that Saturday or that Sunday, we're taking off. This is what I'm doing for you for Valentine's Day. And the reason that I'm saying this is because after you've been married a long time, you get used to things a certain way. And it's nice to shake things up. I know some people, they don't care about it. Maybe I'm still a kid. I don't know. But I think it's a nice gesture. I used to give Valentines to my kids, too. And I used to send out cards. But I don't do that stuff anymore. It's up to them to do for each other. But I still have a spouse. And I know that every Valentine's Day he thinks of me. And so I try to put a bug in his ear gently. Like, oh, you know what? That new Marshall's that's up the street, thank God we got one. I would love a Marshall's gift card for Valentine's Day. I don't need the chocolates, honey. I know it's a nice gesture. Thank you so much. And flowers, they're beautiful, but they die. And then I have to throw them away. But if I got a Marshall's gift card, then I can go pick out anything I want. Something like that. And you can say it in such a way that they won't be offended. Like, start it with, you are so good to me on Valentine's Day every year, but would you be offended if I told you something that I would like this year? Save you the aggravation? And I would be willing to bet that he would be like, yeah, thank you. Maybe some guys wouldn't, or maybe your partner wouldn't like that. But my guy, that would take him off the hook. And it would be out of his brain. He'd already know what to do. And you get what you want. So you can leave it up to whatever he decides. But if you've got something in mind, you have a foundation you want to try, or a blush, or skincare. I mean, what about a full skincare kit? And he gives you $100 gift card to go to Sephora. Or what if he gives you a $50 gift card and then you kick in the rest, but at least there's something to add to that skincare that you don't have to pay for. So these are just some ideas. I want to get into using a couple of e.l.f. products. I'm going to revisit the Maybelline 24-Hour Superstay, the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Eraser Corrector. It's a multi-use concealer, and I have other videos that I've done on this. My new e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer Satin Finish. I think I'm going to try the e.l.f. eyeshadow stick. This is the Enrich Amethyst. This is pretty. I'm gonna put it on over this concealer. But this is really pretty. And it blends so nice. Now, I watched some reviews on this. And supposedly this stays put. So we're going to try that. I'm going to put on my concealer after I put on my foundation. So I will be right back. Okay, I'm back. You know what? I didn't put my foundation on because I decided I wanted to try putting it on with this puff. Because a lot of people don't like it. They don't like how it goes on. I'm putting it on with this puff. And I will give you an honest opinion. Now look, I don't have a problem with how this goes on. I really don't. Look at, I don't have a problem. This is good if you say you want to just use this as a setting powder and not a foundation. And I believe that's what these are for. So that you can throw them in your purse. You know, when you throw the compact in your purse. Because you know what? It's nice to have something that you can powder with without having to take a bunch of stuff with you. I think this is a pretty good skin match. What do you think? I'm going to add some more. It's very, it feels very soft. Now, if you're skeptical about this, right? If you're skeptical about this applicator, this is good to just load it on your skin. That's what I'm doing. I'm just loading it on my skin. Then you can take your kabuki brush and just, all I have on is the Neutrogena Hydra Boost Primer. I'm really liking it, guys. Okay, I was annoyed when I went to the store and I paid so much money. I figured that I was going to spend that kind of money on that product, but not the foundations. That's kind of what blew me away. Like Revlon. I mean, 20 bucks? I don't know. Maybe I'm living in the dark ages. Maybe I'm living in the dark ages where everything was so much more affordable. Okay. So I think that's good. Now what I'm going to do this with a brush. Okay, so I'm taking the applicator and I'm taking my brush and I'm dabbing it on. And I'm going to put this only in my tear troughs area. Like that. Anywhere where it's dark. I didn't like using the orange color corrector. I'm going to be decluttering that. When I do my decluttering video, which is going to be a lot of fun, that's going to go. Which is unfortunate because I paid quite a bit of money for that too. It just, trial and error can be expensive, which is why it's important to have somebody that's willing to, everybody's skin is different. I have normal to dry skin. It's not combination skin anymore. And so, I can put on moisturizer. I have the ones that I like. So I moisturize morning and night. And I try to let the products sink in. If I don't have time to let the products sink in, then typically I won't do anything but blush, and a little concealer. Did you hear that? That's snow falling off our roof. So I'm putting this on with this brush minimally, not like the way I put it on in my last video, because I wanted to stress a point. As you get older, and all you mature women know, the way you apply your makeup is different. So let me take a look here. All right, I'm going to show you. It does crease, but when I go like that, you can't see it. I'm in a 20-time mirror here. 20 times. That would have to, Bionic Man would have to zoom in and be able to see my eye. But still, you can take this and you can just pat that out if you want. But chances are it's going to collect again. Right? I think that looks pretty good. Do you think I should try some more? I'm going to try some more, only in the tear trough. So again, I'm taking my brush and at an angle, I'm angling the brush. I'm just going to put it right there. And then on this side, I'm just going to put it right here. Because if you have indentation, which I have here now, or you have bags under your eyes, you're not going to be able to get rid of those bags, right? But you can brighten up that area. Same with the dark circles. Because this has a luminous glow to it, I'm going to put a little bit of it under my eyebrow. I really liked that look yesterday. Now see that? I bet I could use this as a primer. I'm really liking it, actually. I'm really liking it a lot. I don't find it drying at all. Now I did try, I sampled the Camo, Hydrating Camo Concealer, and this color is sand. This color is in light sand. All right, so let's get this. Let's get this. I let it sit there a little bit let's get this in the tear trough. All right, this looks so much better than taking that sponge applicator like I did yesterday, but I wanted to stress a point. If you've got a lot of wrinkles under your eyes, you're not going to do that. It deposits way, way too much concealer. All right, I'm happy with this. I'm even going to go up underneath my eye a little bit with it. Because once I powder this, and this is going to be the tester, I'm going to take some of this, because this is so much lighter, and I'm going to put some of this on my hand, and I'm going to pick it up with that brush, and I'm going to put it where I just put that concealer. Now, probably should powder it, but it feels dry. So, let's try using the two, shall we? All right, just under my eye, not over, because I'm going to use some eyeshadow. See how I did that? I'm not using a lot. But that matches my skin better. And this I am going to tap in with my finger over the Maybelline Concealer Corrector. That's what I call it, Concealer Corrector. What do you think? I think that looks pretty good. I think that's the best that my under eyes have looked at my age. I mean, I can still see. See, that's what bugs me. But I don't think I'm going to be able to get rid of that. But I'm pretty happy with this. Okay, let's go in with the Amethyst. And I'm just going to smudge this all over my eyelid. I'm going to put this on my eyelid, going more up on that side. And then I'm going, because, you know, you have to work kind of fast because these dry. I'm going to take my fluffy brush and I'm going to blend the Amethyst. I think I need a little more. It's very soft. So these are the e.l.f. Eyeshadow sticks. No Budge. Can you tell the difference? It's really pretty. And I'm going to take this and I'm just going to come down under my eye like that and bring this, darken this up. Talk about easy. You can even use your finger if you feel like if you feel you have more control. That's really pretty. I like using a brush, so. All right, let's do this eye. Actually, I'm going to do this eye and I'll be right back. Okay, so both eyes are done. And I'm using the Charlotte Tilbury highlighter. I have a couple highlighters, but this is the one I like. And I'm just going underneath my eyebrows. Haven't done my eyebrows yet. Now if you notice, my eyebrow stops here. So technically, if I take my brush and I go from the corner of my eye, well, let's say where I put my eyeshadow, this way, you can see that some of the eyeshadow sticks out. Now, what you can do is you can just take some concealer and wipe that off if it bothers you. I mean, it doesn't bother me. The deal is that it can bring your eye down, but if you notice, I went up with my eyeshadow and in. Okay, so it doesn't bother me. I'm going to leave it. But you can clean that up. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some of the highlighter and I'm just going to go just over the center of the Amethyst, e.l.f. Amethyst. Just like this. Okay? I'm not even going to blend it. I'm just going to leave it like that. Now on to the Ile du Soleil. Honestly, this looks orange. I talked to you about that. But if you put it on, it doesn't look so bad. So I am going to put it on again because I want to see how this performs over powder foundation. This is a great summer color. I wouldn't necessarily say it's a good winter color. It's a great summer color, but because I'm a nonconformist in anything artistic, I'm using it. Can you guys tell? Let's pat some more on, shall we? Let's pat some more. It definitely has an orange tinge to it, but when it mixes with your foundation, it turns more peach. Put a little down my nose. Let's see what happens. All right. Now it's not like buttery. It's not buttery. It's almost dry. You have to really work it. You have to really work it. But you know what? I need to be quite honest. I like that. Because if something is like really like, oh, and all you have to do is just tap it on, how do I know it's going to stay? Like, I know this is going to stay on my skin. And that's what I want. There's other colors, but this did not look like this. I mentioned that before. On the website, it did not look like this. And see, if I tip it, it's almost, it has a pretty iridescent look to it. I don't know. I'm really kind of liking it. And then I got the Putty Bronzer in Day Trip. I took a day trip yesterday. I should have used it yesterday because I took a day trip. Okay, so I'm going to put a little bit of this underneath here. Not a lot. I'm going to use the same brush because I'm going darker. Lighter to darker. That's okay. That's the theory. And I'm just going to pop a little bit of this underneath. I mean, you know what? I really like e.l.f. because it is such an affordable brand. You know, I do love my more expensive products, but if you want to have some fun and you know, you don't want to break your bank, the e.l.f. products, they're fun. They're good. All right, this is not really going on at all with the brush. I mean, it did right here, but I'm gonna do that. Okay? It's a little stubborn. I'm gonna do that. Now, let me see if I can do this. This day trip is a cool. Guess what? My cat is over in there, in that nook, because I moved my stuff. And I'm like, oh, sure, I had that there so he couldn't get in there. But, you know how cats are. All right, you can tell. You can tell. Let me do a little under here. I like that it's subtle. Like, you really have to work at it. So you're not going to make, like, huge mistakes with it. All right, that's that. You know what? I'm not putting on any mascara. I'm going with the French look. And I'm only putting eyeliner on the top of my eye. And I'm not doing a wing. I'm just going from the corner of my eye. So what I did was I made this part of my eyeliner thicker than the inner corner of my eye. So it goes, so what I did was I lined. Did I just put highlighter on my, I lined like one line. Then I went back and I thickened the line and merged it. And then I did it again and I thickened and then I merged in. So you can tell that it's thicker on the outside than it is on the inside, but no wing. And it really brightens my eyes. So I went the French look. And then I took the Charlotte Tilbury highlighter and I went here. And I'm going to go right here. I take my fingers. If I feel like I put too much, you can see it, right? This side you could probably see better. And I'm going to do a little down my nose with what's left on the brush. And a little right here. Hey, check out that e.l.f. eyeshadow. Check it out. Is that not pretty? And then I didn't put any lipstick on. And you know what? I'm going to go nude today. I'm going to go nude. I don't know. I think I'm going to use Franny. This is by Nicole Cosmetics. I love this color. And I'll probably keep repeating it. It's a really nice lipstick. And if you don't want this bright color, it gives a really pretty hint of color on your lips. And then I'm going to just take a little bit of the highlighter and put it on my Cupid's bow and then some on my chin. And that's it. That's it for today. Tell me what you think about the tips. I don't want anybody to feel bad about Valentine's Day. And you know what? If you're single and you don't have anybody and it makes you depressed, remember, you're your own best friend. So take off and go to the store and buy yourself one rose if that's all you can afford. Or you know, get yourself some inexpensive flowers. Something. By the way, I forgot to tell you, I use the Makiage eyeliner, which to me is the best eyeliner I've ever used. And I never, ever thought that I would go against my Urban Decay eyeliner, which I bought a backup for. This is really good. Really, really good. I use eyeliner a lot, and it's really good. So I'm going to take my bangs down, which, you know, I sprayed my hair, so they're probably going to be a mess. Anytime I wet my hair and spray it, oh, it's not too bad. I can't be mad at that. Oh, I got to show you something. One more thing. I went into my closet downstairs, my linen closet downstairs, where I keep like my tablecloths and things like that. And I have a whole section in there that really needs to be decluttered. And I found this makeup bag from Lancome that I got, oh gosh, over a year ago. They sent it to me. I'm trying to remember if I got this with my perfume, my favorite perfume. But I looked inside, and I got my exfoliating puff. Couldn't remember what I did with that. My face halos to take off my makeup. These are awesome. I got 3 of them. This one has been well loved and well used, but they clean really nicely. And then I found this soft natural palette that still has the shield on the inside, so we'll do a face with that. I can't believe this. I know I've used it, but I don't know if I used it on video. But this is a cute little palette. The only thing is, there is a magnet on it, and it does shut, but it's not a solid seal, so I would worry. I bought this to throw in my purse just to have about a year ago. Completely forgot that I had it. Yeah. So, see my scarves? I moved my trifold from over there, and I went through my scarves and I hung my favorites, the ones that mean something to me. Like this one here. It has seagulls. You know, it's a black and white. You can make this any bird that you want. But when my mother passed away, I found this scarf in a store because I was going to have to do a reading at her funeral. And so I wanted something that would look really nice with black. And many years ago, I hand-painted seagulls on a black sweatshirt for my mother. So they were white seagulls on a black sweatshirt. And she loved it. She wore it. And she loved the ocean. She loved going to the ocean. And when I saw this, I said, that's amazing. I mean, what are the chances? I went looking for a scarf. And there this was. And I said, that's my mother. So this is one of my favorite scarves. This scarf right here, it's silk. It needs to be ironed. But it has the Reiki symbol on it. I got this at a fair. This scarf right here, let me move you so you can see it. This scarf right here, I bought to donate to the rainforest. And this scarf right here, I wore to my daughter's wedding. And this wrap right here, I got it. I've worn it and worn it, this wrap. But this comes from India, and I purchased it at a fair that I went to. Let me turn you. Whenever I tell you that my favorite colors are purple and green, this, look at the back of this. This was a gift from my best friend that passed away. One of my very favorite scarves. One of my customers gave me this. I absolutely love it. You can wear it as a shawl. You can wear it as a scarf. It's gorgeous. And I'm trying to remember. I think my youngest daughter got me this scarf right here. I know she got me this one. And what do I have over here? You're going to laugh. I can't turn you anymore. This right here was given to me. This is a poncho. And I love it. And it's in purple. And this scarf, I put this here because whenever I wore it, I had a friend who used to tell me that these weren't my colors. And so I'm doing it out of spite. Because I love the scarf. And I said to myself, well, I don't care. I'm a nonconformist. I love that scarf. So anyway, you guys have a great day. And I'll see you next time. I'm going to be doing a card reading soon. And I'm still planning on doing that special video. That's going to be fun. Let me see. Oh, and I have another video that I'm going to do, which is probably only going to be about 5 to 10 minutes. And I'm going to be putting on a set of kissed nails. So that's coming up in the near future too, okay? So be well, be blessed, be beautiful, because you are. Because there's nobody else on the planet like you. And that's what makes you unique and beautiful. Until next time. Bye-bye.